I like their hats. You've got a hat like that.
I do have a hat like that. I get roasted for wearing it. Not the top hat on the snowman, the hat on the penguin.
Got it. Right, it was 1-0 if you're just tuning in. There was a couple of issues that have hopefully been since resolved.
Woo!
And XL, looking a little fired up.
Mosey actually catching a headshot there. I'll play that headshot angle. Doesn't work out in his favor, that's for sure. Patitech, explosive start to this round. Mosey checked on there, and actually Ozzy going to find a kill as well. It's all going wrong.
It's all gone Pete Tong, mate. It's all gone absolutely. I was going to say something else that I can't say. It's not going well. It's a 1v3. I think if anything, XL landing some absolute belting shots. Despite going in. Still feeling real confident without the X-ray today. Look at this. Who are we?
Starting block here on Icebox.
Yeah, and they are going in towards a stack currently, which makes me a little nervous. Molesy couldn't quite hold on. And XL looking like they want to farm this up. You can see them hitting the brakes for just a second, kind of feeling out that there was a little bit more pressure than maybe they'd like. So probably the right call at this point. And London United just going to have to respect this. As that initial attempt was just not going to really go much beyond that initial trade after they weren't able to get the player up towards Nest as well. So
Deny with the orb as well with the slow coming out from Aussie off the back there. You're right, XL have slowed things down. It's anticipating London United to poke a little bit, but just holding close contact for the time being.
I don't mind it. They still have Chihuahua watching the back as well for XL, so I don't mind if they want to run that clock as late as they want. They've got safety to an extent. He is starting to explore over towards B-Long, but not so fussed about that unless the kill comes in pretty soon. He's trying to be as methodical as possible, but you can see what's waiting. Chihuahua's got it, and now that should be maybe a rotation. It's a little late, but it should be okay to get there in time. I don't think London United can beat them there, so it should be fine.
And again, only with Molesy on that shelf is the only one really chance to find a kill at range here, but XL will have a comfortable setup here with the plant. Ball goes up. Only pistols on the other side, so difficult to really break their way through that. XL just got to play range now. Just got to keep this sensible. Again, what? It's 3 rifles on the board with that round 2 conversion, so you don't want to see them lose any of these.
No. There should be really no need at this point. Let's see. Good work from Chihuahua. Again, Boo has at least found Patitech, but
how?
Else,
actually.
Again,
hovering around halfway. Thank you. Still 4 slices left to find for that Blade Storm. See the other side things. Yeah, one away from the Viper's Pit, one away from the Blade Storm. The Empress. Actually, the Viper's Pit retrieved here on B main, so XL might just try and force their way through.
It looks similar to what you're saying, considering the progress they've made, and no one holding that lurk this time. As soon as you see Chihuahua over this side, this deep committed, it does seem as though Destrian's kind of turning. I want to see if Mo's actually going to address this.
Again, though.
It looked like they were thinking about it for a second, but now they're kind of caught here. It's why I like seeing Chihuahua holding that push on the other side, but now they're kind of just locked into this, and no one from London United's over-peaking. I
was about to note, once again, where XL paused for thought here. Look at how proactive London United are to pick up the space. They fill this gap perfectly. Viper's Pit goes down, but it's not going to be comfortable. They can get spammed through here. Element actually pokes a little deeper. Just traded.
Yeah, this is not instilling me with confidence this round yet. I mean, they can be fine in the post plant, but you're right. You couple in the fact that Boo is there and can get them back up on their feet. But that ult can be a problem. Chihuahua's going to sit in that. Aussie's going to sit in this. They're just going to keep themselves as safe as possible for a second. There's that res you were mentioning. Mosey's back with us now, but Chihuahua quickly deals with Boo, and now he's going to start playing out from this as best he can. But look how busy this is. Destrian manages to find Patitech and Mo. There's the drop of the ult. I do just need to see a little bit more. I want to have a little bit more faith in XL here. I think that's my biggest thing, is I want to see more of it. But Element, if this is how you instill that, that's fine. I don't mind it. If it's going to be off the back of his confidence, if he's going to start maybe being a little bit more of an aggressor, but Destrian, I thought it was a one-off last round, but he's doubled down twice now. That's big impact from him, finding so much value. Noting Patitech can't do much about it, though. Patitech can almost over-push it, try and take that space right back, be the protector of this plant. Oh, a little shaky on it, but that's not bad. Feku's still standing in a 1v1. The HP's a problem, Hypoc.
Ozzy's got his res, but you can see on the minimap he's actually going for the res on yellow. He's going to try and get back up in it, try and bait the peak. Will they get punished? He gets punished on the first!
Ay. This is... and the scoreline's fine, but it's how they get to these rounds, and Feku's feeling himself now. Oh my word, Feku's seen so much. Oh, an element. I'd be in pieces. If my team just somehow called that out and not necessarily let that happen, but that happens to me when I have 3 players on belt.
Again, though, so well played. Feku's target selection there is so important because he can't take that challenge on pipes. No, it's just, sorry, on belt. It's on so belt, stupid to do, but he tucks himself into a corner where he can make use of the dash back. And again, it's a hit and run, right? It just felt so untradeable. They were so caught off guard, and they've now lost out on element here, and they're trying to re-explore options. Now, Chihuahua could open up something towards middle, maybe. Try and maybe time it right, but there's still just a brick wall of players to get through. Patitek has once again done well, though. This is where his value's coming in, but it is still traded out. And with the players where they are, Chihuahua's been caught. I thought maybe he could have found that timing, but Boo, way too aware. Actually, Mo and Ozzy going to try and peel away from 8. Try the chances, at least gamble on this rotation, I feel like. United. No tags on the Hunter's Fury. But again, at this point, with a man advantage, they can just play the numbers. Spike planted. By a lot of time, though, on the spike, the fact that nobody's close enough to really send out a probe, an early challenge from Mo, that is bold. But he gets himself the Hunter's Fury, Lauren.
That could be.
Okay. I didn't like that, but it worked.
Yeah, fair enough. I guess, as means to an end, as long as it's okay. How'd you get around this one? There it is. There's the pop. Having to scatter, couldn't get it halfway. And Ozzy waiting patiently with open arms. There's old Dreamus. I think he knows that this is escaping the realms of possible.
United have to rotate. Hunter's Fury becomes really, really troublesome to overcome.
We go again. Feku's been a constant thorn in their side. This guy's gonna start leaning forward now. He wants to just add insult to injury here, if anything. Gonna peek around, spots one. There it is, delivery towards Patitek. But he gets caught up, he has to stick around for the second, does get traded out, and that's big element. There's the answer you needed. That's why you needed him alive there last time. And this time, Boo, trying to fill the void, trying to get back towards the site, see if he can know anything else. But to be fair to XL, they have hit the brakes for a second.
Curious of anything else on A site. Nobody actually took any damage on the way in there other than Patitek.
Deploying drone.
And almost make London United believe that they are rotating. Now, it is a bit of a concern in this scenario. Actually, sees Chihuahua tucked all the way in spawn. I mean, any risk here, but if London United can play trades, he doesn't want to be too disconnected. You can see him now. Has to make moves.
Spike planted.
Okay, let's see what Dreamus can do now. He's been able to join in together. We do have Chihuahua ready in the post plant, I imagine. He should be more than capable of buying time here. So for London United, there is a time imperative beyond just the clock ticking down, and Mo gonna greet that first contact in the post plant comfortably. Good trade for Boo, but again, it's that final player that's gonna be the bigger problem. Is gonna be Chihuahua, even if he does get Ozzy. There it is. There's that issue. Boo. Oh, he's trying it, man.
Yeah, not.
Ball goes up, and has he got any time for this? Can he get it to halfway? Yes, he can. We knew that Chihuahua was going to play that very well. He is an incredibly clutch player. Great on Viper, great on your pretty much anything, really. The guy seems incredibly well-rounded. But, yeah, I don't think many of us have many doubts when it comes to his capability to close out those rounds. And at 4-3, XL are in the lead here. And they've completely quelled the money of London United.
Oh, it's been tucked in here a number of rounds. It looks like London United might try and address that here, but it's with pistols. And one noted Chihuahua actually takes a tag, doesn't find any response damage, and find the trade. That's a big kill. Dreamus will find some information on the other side of things now. Okay, that's looking pretty rough so far. Ozzy trades on Snowman. But again, this is all going in favor of London United initially.
Yeah, you'll absolutely take this if you're them. Now, it has eventually come to a scenario where you'll put your bet on it being...
Planted.
Oh, what? What? More 3 on the trot now as well for Excel. Now this is a buyback in for London United, so another big attempt for them to try and do a bit more damage. But this is a good look for Excel, and something I don't want to say we theorized, but we talked about the likelihood that this could happen. This was a better map in my mind for Excel compared to the first 2, but still, Aussie going to put on a show to start with. Going to take down Element and then retreat back just a touch.
Counter Viper's Pit, actually. They overlap just slightly. Excels gives them a little bit of access to sight. Dreamer, so look at that, the punish Chihuahua and Patitech fall.
Yeah, trying to work through this ult seems a pretty redundant plan. Boo can just keep you doing this. Doesn't need to overstay his welcome here, though. Really unnecessary. Yeah. You are the only hope. Yeah. Oh, good. Good.
Beautiful.
They have been looking towards middle, so maybe identifying that Boo was here means that mid is open. It's something he's kind of lingered around, right? These kind of later rounds, they've gone for those A pieces. He has filled that gap.
And again, on the backside of that, seeing the Viper's Pit invested at A, they don't have to think, okay, well, what's the adjustment, right? What is this variation of the setup on the side of London United? And I'm surprised actually to still see a third player over towards A inside this. Oh, after they found the kills, Boo just misses them in hallway. Now he hasn't.
Okay, and there's the call for help. Yeah. Boo's been dealt with. Spike going down. We look at the post plants. Element's got to be a little careful here. Needs to try and... Yeah, the timing on this, they felt incredibly safe in an area they really weren't.
Did that connect? Aussie was down to like 5 HP.
Did it actually hit? I genuinely didn't think it hit, but fair enough. What a shot from Vecchio if that's the case. What a round from the man.
You know, holding on to B main, anything like that. It doesn't matter because they won the round, right? It was a good play. Well played, Boo.
To be fair, Boo has been on the money a fair amount, and Patitech's gonna be happy with that.
Yeah, thrilled.
Real cheerful.
Thrilled. Oh, the tag comes through the. Could have spammed him through the wall there, but Destrian and Remus actually don't want to poke any further. I feel like they've got this well contained for the time being.
And now we wait. There we go. Chihuahua now unleashed can start working his way towards the kitchen. Will look to the left, and he will destroy Boo. And there is a player near enough by. Keep in mind that Rain has been controlling that position for a while, but yeah, a win out for Chihuahua is a huge problem, let alone the fights that are going on here. What is going on?
Not pretty at all.
30 seconds left. Absolutely vile round that was. Credit to XL, but I mean... it's not a pretty one.
There is hopium flowing.
Hopium. Nice. I could do with some of that right now. Patitech getting, trying to get used to this pedestrian and bear in mind. Oh no! Fuck, you just got Element out of the air! He tried to get away. And I was about to say, it's not just been Destrian, it's generally been Feck you there with him as well.
Hit so fast. No,
yep.
Clean, finds what Dreamer.
It's clean, it's clean.
The judge.
Oh, I hate this round. I hate it. Okay, Boo just he's pushed forward. Aussie would have heard that, right? Yeah, Aussie's heard that. Good, okay. What are these? What's going on?
Beautiful VALORANT on display.
Beautiful VALORANT.
Destrian's going to hunt us through the plant. Don't get a kill. I'm going to be really upset if he gets a kill. Nobody's pinging default for him, so makes me think he's not going to invest it here. And you're dead. Okay, no you're not. Destrian.
Sorry.
Find both of them. What?
Sorry. What is going on? 5 HP, and it's not just a dream. There's something to this.
No way,
Destrian!
Delete that round.
The absolute scenes we just had. Okay, we go back in. Ah, help me, IPOC.
Okay, Molesy, get out of dodge with that dismiss. Hopefully, he does actually. Have to take on the reaggress. Difficult there. The dismiss doesn't take him deep enough in that tube to really escape. Destrian throws out the Hunter's Fury. Almost blind that. Not now, please. Please, Valorant. No, not now. Are they going to res? Good. Found the wall?
Good.
No, they missed it. Ah, it's a big miss.
I was trying to find a way to describe the Hunter's Fury, and all my brain was telling me was like a fart in the wind. It was
like a chocolate teapot.
Yeah, really. Interesting. 3 players now: Element, Mo, and Aussie. I mean, there's 4 players literally around, or 3 around the corner. It's not going to be good.
Standing.
There's Aussie now, your last one standing, 1v4.
LDN United go back to where they found success, though, which is more in this choreographed sort of. I mean, yeah, cool. We saw a couple of really fantastically chaotic rounds, but I don't want to see any more of that. Element gets out, gets a second as well, but 2 for 2.
Good trades. Because
How
it
low
looked like
they
XL.
are.
Yeah, XL was set up for that quite nicely to try and play an element. But still, good enough trades to keep this into a 3v3, because that could have gone substantially worse. Heck, you're going to get himself out with a ghost. Well, I say that. He's hoping to get out with a ghost.
Aussie can't
But
fall
keep
in
in
mid
mind.
here. That's classic
No.
versus. What are you looking
What?
at, Aussie?
Aussie, did your mouse disconnect?
He's playing anti-flash. Molesy's dead.
Poison's off.
No more, please.
Oh my god. No
Player
shot.
standing.
Right, Mo's found Dreamers.
Who can't plant? He's got his meal, his heel. Oh my god. Go on.
He's got his meal.
Got a meal deal. Sandwich and a drink. And he's dead.
He's dead. Oh, the Tesco. Couple of sheriffs. That's no match. Should be clean, 5 alive, no problems.
I have no doubts. Yeah, early enough, the wall goes through mid. Element going to open things up on Defecchio again. The Owl drone should find everything they need to know. Find that first blood. No pressure towards B either. Sure, we've got that on lockdown right now, allowing Aussie to kind of
Shock dart.
roam around. Potential here for, are they considering the counter wall? Oh, they're boosting. Okay. And somebody's watching for it. That's even crazy. Aussie was ready for that one.
Seemingly hyper aware of it. Molsey's been trying to make slow progress over here, but you're still going to have Element waiting. So well situated for a Destrian. Already position noted now. Oh, lucky to have not taken much damage, or any damage off that, should I say. Heroes does get a punish on Paditech, and a tag comes out, so Element might lose a little bit of that bravado that he's been playing with, but now it's probably going to go down. Trying to do what they can here. I mean, they've made a go of it. Destrian still making a go of it, and don't peek one by one towards a man who's seeming to find a bit of form here. Ooh, going to put life on the line. And
good
sadly,
cleanup.
that's all he wrote, but
We'll sacrifice the Owl drone.
it is scrappy.
Look at that, though. Look at the
Aussie.
utility usage
Yeah,
there
it's-
to deny that orb retrieval.
And you start to see that beginning early, but speaking of early, big aggression from Element. Walking mid, going to find Dreamers. Trying to maybe bring that rifle to the forefront of this round, trying to be the determining factor. Fecky was up for the challenge, and has to respect that and back away now.
There.
Considering the investment, it's a big win out early on.
Careful.
How deep they're playing on A as well. See the pings coming out, I think, just to line up a couple of bits of utility or enable Element to the second piece to this puzzle. Mo falls pretty early on before the spike even gets planted.
Right. Spike going to go down pretty much uncontested. I'm looking at Fecky's positioning.
Look at
I guess
Chihuahua.
the wall there. Yeah, Chihuahua's, I guess, the next string to that conversation is how much can he get. It looks like
No
the
way.
timing! Like ships in the night, almost just passing each other here. As Fecky's still being played in on this. He's just fine to sit here, still not checked on. I really thought that'd be cleared out. He's in a bit of trouble, but he's got support. But somehow, took a second or two to get Paditech down.
On their purchase, you look at it, Viper's Pit and Blade Saw available pretty early on as well. Chihuahua off the rip, and he's the only man here on A. So expect XL to try and take space elsewhere. Actually, LDN United is 5 huddled around Belt right now. No real progress made. I'm looking towards Element, no operator, so he's posted with that Vandal down in B main. Estrian has the Owl drone, so they could potentially send out a probe into this Viper's pit. Being no possibility for the counter ult just yet from Dreamus. He's one away. There you go. We will send out the feelers.
Yeah. Mozzie on the follow-up. Just tiptoeing around the edge of this, and keep in mind the counter L drone has come out as well. Oh, dearie me. Chihuahua now pinged out. It's this weird information exchange, but Mozzie all that time was working around the back of the ult, almost navigating around Chihuahua, who's still here, who's still standing in this. And they haven't quite found him yet. But he's surrounded by enemies. He's behind enemy lines now, but that's the spike. Finds Destry in the follow-up, not to be. Mozzie having huge impact in this round. That positioning, that navigating around the side of the ultimate gives him gateway, but Element's not done yet. It's FAQ Res coming out, though, to ensure security in this round. There's now 13 seconds. Spike should be able to go down pretty much uncontested unless Element somehow finds a crazy window of opportunity.
And Hunter's Fury all available here. I actually liked the res previously just to protect that economy. Make that buffer even stronger.
That's a good shout, thinking about it that way. And Chihuahua, first one to get a little bit of contact towards B long. Gonna actually slip away, pull back deeper, and call over support, which is probably the right idea.
Dreamus is literally in a rat spot right now. The Element's going hunting.
Let's see if the Pied Piper can draw out the rat. Oh, Element has no idea. Now noticing where Dreamus is, but for a second, he gets spotted. Has to back away. Destrian keeping on watch. Mo positioning could be uncomfortable, but he's still staying alive, keeping his life. Chihuahua's doing the damage. Who was the first player to make that contact? Slipped all the way back towards Deep CT, and now with Element coming in with his ult, this is on. This is looking maybe not super viable, still dangerous. But look who's waiting on the other side of that. Mozzie, if he slips that wall, he's going to do well on that. But it's still Chihuahua. He's still doing everything possible. Dreamus finally takes him down, and now a 1v2, make it a 1v1. Let me find this final player. Dreamus already noted once an Element.
That is beautiful.
So they used that phrase.
Somebody's clipped it for me. I know somebody's clipped that for me, so it's fine.
Great. And Element slipping through. So I want to see what he does with this. Now, keep in mind, we saw a lot of that on the other half, right? When we had Feku pushing up, Destrian doing something similar. Now, Panitek's going to say, all right, draw the attention here, and actually Element's going to try and bail them out as well. Maybe not wanting to stick around there, and they fall away. And a bit of a reset as well from the attacking side. Yeah,
an interesting Element prioritizes using the smoke again and noting the second play outside of Patitek. Just to try and protect that dash. So again, actually you do see him there. He has to use it to get away from that Owl drone. But B site, wide open right now. You can see already it's pulled this rotation preemptively and incorrectly on the side of XL. And that's when it gets concerning. Viper's Pit, Hunter's Fury, they get a clean setup. They can lean back on post plants, which is why you see Destrian just here. He's the one to hold the flank, Lauren.
I have been quite impressed by Destrian, but now I think the penny's dropped, right? They're like, wait, I need to keep an eye on that B site. You're right, there was a window of opportunity that I felt was actually quite primed. And now we're going to see the ults coming out. That looks on the money, yeah. Element's in trouble. Up and he tried to get away from him, but Destrian still connects. Now, what's left remaining? Ozzy and Patitek. That's it. Now, Ozzy's way further ahead than most people would have realized this because they're trying to slip in towards that ult. There's Patitek finding Mozzie, opposing number now down. And Ozzy still trying to find...
No way, Dreamus is on that wall.
He just put him up over the wall. No one saw it, though. They weren't able to make anything of it, but Patitek's sitting on this. Oh, he has to back away.
To force XL back down to this financial position. Ozzy actually got a Vandal in here. Other than that, just pistols.
Rifle. Okay.
Look at me straight through B main. Look how quick this is.
I quite like that he's trying to be proactive with it, but I guess that's going to put him into the eyes very early on of... I think it was Dreamus watching the back there for a second. So they're fully aware of what's happening on the other side, but London United just simply outpower them this round, which is where it's going to be the issue. Yeah, even with the stack here, everything else, it's not finding any purchase. It's not finding anywhere to place their feet. So down to Ozzy, who's already been noted once. So they know he's going to be late either on flank or now. Once that's been cleared, obviously more than likely mid or rejoined by Mo, who's been sat patiently waiting for maybe an opportune moment. But this has been clean work here. That's 5 alive site take. It was just bullish in approach.
I'm looking at it.
Gun here.
X is a possibility, but Aussie's just going to try and prioritize hanging on to that rifle, honestly. Who cleans? Actually, can play this game. They have 27k in the bank.
Yeah, I mean, this is why we're saying that one of the prior rounds was that fulcrum point. That could have been huge. An early pick could have really defined this, and you can see XL have been looking for that a couple of rounds on the trot, and now it's just not coming through. And once again, the repetition in approach is looking quite nice, though. XL now going to put up the wall, going to try and maybe maintain a little space in the site. There's 4 players behind this, but they're going to find the pick on Element. He's already gone. That was meant to be the kind of big, heavy blow to this one. Maybe the 1-2 combo, but it's not to be. And already that pick finally comes back through. But sadly,
lineup. Look at the lineup.
Side.
The slow and
dear.
the snake bite.
And the slow. He can't get out of it. Well, this looks like we're seeing a little bit of that magic come back out from London United, aren't we? Some of those approaches that we were seeing on the first 2 maps that really enamored us. But maybe Patatech. Maybe not.
That's so brutal. That is so brutal for Aussie. Again, he's got the res as well. You don't want to see him forced into a spot like that. You want to see him kind of playing the second layer to some of these peaks. Chihuahua now. What do you got left in the clutch tank? 1v4.
He's been good today.
On the other side or towards mid. Doesn't look like actually. I mean, again, 4 players from XL towards A. And deny this early progress, but United have looked good for these brawls. They're happy to kind of just go toe to toe. Speaking of it,
does do all right. Gets Molesy. There's the trade, though. Again, I wanted to see a punish on that. If Effect able to push out, I wanted someone to back up Patatech, and now it's fallen, right? There was that very, very slim opportunity of it, but if you get a chance, hold on to it both hands. Element's done well there. But any more is looking unlikely. Chihuahua is lent over, but Element's being just singed at the sides. Spike now down. No gap to be toyed with. Up and over. No shot on it. And Chihuahua now left. 1v4.
I think they know. And it's confirmed.
Oh, they do.
Even these little pieces here, that snake bite and then the shock dart bounce. There's so many small pieces here from London United that I love seeing.
Look, as much as some of them leading into it, finally able to overcome that hurdle, and then potentially coming in here and doing the same. There's that ult you were talking about, now invested towards that A site.
Where's the value on the backside? That's what I want to see here, Lauren.
We'll wait with bated breath at this point. Chihuahua is there. Owl drone to try and clear Destrian, sending it in. It's Spec, you'd find Mo, though, but they still know another. Molesey's cleared Chihuahua. They can't do any wrong. This is just clinical precision now. Spike's being ferried in safely, and look at Dreamus, the rat on the other side. 2 potential victims to fall. He's going to hear the steps. Pulls the trigger on the first. It's not as clean as it could have been, but he still gets 1. It's a 4v2, Mike.
Aussie has the res, but none of these safe. They're not safe reses at all. Actually, Molesey going to spot. Element falls. 1 left.